What is up, y'all? We're back here with Sunday Riff Refinery number 28, and this one is a doozy because it's an old riff that I wrote and I just never did something with. I kind of was hoping somebody else would put vocals to it, and they just never did. And it came across in like one of those For You like memories on my phone recently. It's like, holy crap, that was actually a banger. Why didn't I do anything with it? It's metalcore, it's pop punk, it's kind of, I don't know, Blink-182 meets A Day to Remember. That's kind of what I'm treating it as, but I'm gonna put some vocals on it and I'm gonna scream, but it's gonna be more deathcore vocals, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into Logic and see what we're working with today. All right, so we are working with, for the guitar tone, we're gonna use one of the Bogren Digital amp knobs because it just fits the vibe. I'm in drop D on this GOC guitar here, and it just fit the vibe, dude. This is the BDM 410 JVH, and this is based off of the JVH style Marshall amp, obviously, but it just sounds sick. And no, this is not a sponsored video by Bogren Digital, although I am a Bogren affiliate. So if you do decide to pick up any of Bogren's products, there is a link down below that gets you a discount and helps your boy out to keep the lights on. So this is the riff and the tone that we're working with. So I think it's safe to say that is a hell of a tone, and that's literally just the amp knob. I have nothing else going on. Its reverb is turned off. That's its own built-in cab as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, just the modern cab in here. We're on mode 3, and the overdrive pedal is turned on. Gain is a little above halfway. That's easy, and it's so low lying on the CPU. Gotta love the amp knobs. These are clutch, especially for songwriting, but I'm gonna use this in the final mix too. So I was able to find my old session and import the drums, but the guitars were sloppy as all hell, and I was using, I don't know, some thinner sounding pickups in that guitar at the time. And so we're gonna re-record all of the guitars for it, but we're gonna be using Krimh drums. We're sticking with the Bogren Digital theme today. I'll probably use the Bogren Digital amp knob for the bass as well. But we are using Krimh drums. It sounds as great as you'd expect it. I've been addicted to using this drum set because of its snare. That snare just sounds really good and cuts through. Yes, the rest of the kit sounds great as well, but it's that snare, dude. There's just something about it. So let's go ahead and dive in and record that first riff, and I'm gonna mess it up a lot. It's actually kind of tricky to nail, so let's go. All right, so the first take, I had the first half of it good. Second take, I had the second half of it good. So, for those of you that don't know how to do a quick comp take on Logic Pro for guitars, all you do is take this cursor when you have the track stack open like this. And I think it was about halfway through, so I can just click right about here and drag that. So now I'm combining the first take's first half with the second take's last half. So let's go ahead and listen to that. Pretty seamless, right? It's pretty sick. So that allowed me to do the best of each of those takes. And yeah, I love Logic Pro. I know other DAWs do that, but Logic makes it easy on me. So let's go ahead and double track that real quick. Ooh, did I get, no, I can see they aren't lined up. One more take. Okay, that was good enough. Good enough for now, because I want to move on to the next piece. The next piece is more fun. All right, so the next part of the riff is very similar. You'll hear it's very similar, but it kind of breaks up the repetition a little bit. I didn't do it originally when I first wrote it, but I am on this time. I almost had that. Ugh. There we go. That little run there at the end is so fun, dude. Now we gotta double track that though. Hopefully it takes less takes this time. There we go. That took too many tries, guys. It shows 3, but it was like 7 takes there. So, okay. Next part gets bouncy, and I'm here for it. Timing is a little bit different because of the way it ends too. So we're going to cut the loop right about there. Okay, that one worked. Let's go one more. Okay, so that is basically the verse and pre-chorus there is what we just recorded on each of those tracks. Now we need a lead. Let's just try out the reverb and stuff on the JVH. Let's see what that sounds like. So let's crank up the, does it have delay? It doesn't. So maybe we'll use the lead knob. Let's see how this sounds though. No, let's do it. Let's use the lead knob. Okay, so it's actually the BDM 800 is the lead knob. I was just completely confused there. Again, part of the Boger and AmpKnob series. These come in a bundle or you can buy them separately. I have the bundle because I use them. Okay, so let's see how that sounds. Okay, that works. Let's go ahead and try and track that. Okay, just that little piece there. You'll see why in a second. Now we get to record the chorus. I wonder, I'm gonna do it in one take so I don't have to cut it or anything like that. I'm gonna do it in one take. We'll see. We'll see if I can get it. Oh, I didn't have the cycle going for long enough. Let's see if it caught it though. Oh, it did. Good old Logic, dude. Logic caught it for me. Thank goodness. Because I would have missed that last note and had to redo it anyways. Cool. Glad that it caught it. Logic always keeps recording for a little bit after the take ends, which is great. Let's go ahead and double check. All right. Now we can do the leads there. So you heard the little teaser of the lead. That's basically the lead, but it's going to change a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and track it. I want to do this in one whole go, but we might have to split this one up. See, we almost had it. We almost had it. I think I can do that. Let me turn down the rhythm guitars a little bit, and then we'll redo those guitars. I think I can get that in one take. Cool. We actually did get it. All right, we need to do some bass now. So let's add a new track and do bass. What do we want to use for the bass? I'm thinking that we'll still do the AmpKnob. So we'll go Boger and Digital AmpKnob. Do we do the Trivm bass? Let's just try the Trivm bass and see how it sounds. Let me grab a bass real quick. We're in drop D, so we're gonna use the jazz bass again. Hold on. All right, good old jazz bass has been putting in work lately. By the time you guys are watching this, I may or may not have already shown off and announced a new bass. Yeah, because it's arriving before this video goes live. So if I have, great, let's talk about it in the comments. If I haven't, oops. Can't say much more than that. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the Trivm bass knob and see what kind of sound we want to dial in. I don't think we'll use a lot of drive for this one. I think a cleaner bass tone would sound good. It's very loud. Let's go ahead and turn off the drive and see what that sounds like. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be team clean on this one. No drive on this one. Okay, let's go ahead and just hit record. Okay, I think those are usable there. Wasn't really sure of what to go with there as far as, do I match the drums or do I match the guitars? Not obviously note for note on the guitars, but I think it'll sound better on this next piece. Okay, this is going quick as we knew it would, it's bass. Easy peasy, we are moving. And we don't need any bass during that lead riff at all. We need bass just through the entire chorus. We are moving, y'all. I thought it would take me way longer on the guitars on that, if I'm being quite honest, because when I was playing it a little bit before I hit film, it was really pissing me off. So, but for once when I hit film, things went well. That never happens for me. All right, let's finish this bass. Okay, that was the bass. That sounded good. Dude, this jazz bass is super underrated, and this is such a cheap jazz bass. I think I got it for like 150 bucks used, and then put another like $100 into the pickups on it. It's such a good bass. So the bass only took me a few takes. It took me a few takes per section, so let's be real. That probably took me about as long as the guitars did. But thanks to the cinema magic, you guys didn't have to watch all of it. You just get to hear the good stuff. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to write some vocals, I'm going to record some vocals, and then I'm going to hit record again, and y'all get to watch me perform those vocals. So in about a few seconds, you're just going to jump right into the playthrough of Sunday Riff Refinery number 28. Let me know what you would name this song based on what you see and hear right about now. I'm worth the time. Now enough is enough. Save me from my life. Can escape my soul. Save me from my life. I'll never fade away. So let this feeling pull you through. Like it's strange you feel it too. Let this song direct our lives. So let's all sing this song. All right, well, what did everybody think? It was fun, honestly. The deathcore vocals, they fit, I think. I don't know. I can't really do other screams yet. I'm working on learning how to do other types of screams, but the deathcore screams are that's what I have to offer at the moment. And then obviously we go into just completely pop punk vocals there that sound like they're straight out of Blink-182 meets Newfound Glory meets A Day to Remember. I don't know. What does that sound like to you? Does that fit? Should I try some different vocals for the intro and the verse and everything? I don't know. It works for me. I'm pretty stoked on it. What do y'all think though? Let me know down in the comments below as usual. But yeah, that is it for today. If you want to grab any of the Bogren Digital products that you saw me use, the AmpKnobs, Krimh drums, and the Trivm BassKnob, those are all down in my description below, and that is an affiliate link. It helps your boy out. If they're not on sale, code Heartless will also get you a discount on them too. So be sure to use those if you want to. If you don't, well, that's on you, okay? I don't know why you hate me. I don't know why. But until next time, peace and love, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye now.